With a growing popularity of cryptocurrencies, tokens, and stablecoins, there are new platforms and tokens emerging rapidly in the market. There are many questions about their reliability, their volatility, and their authenticity, and today, we'll address all your concerns about the Spell token. This is a relatively new coin in the market, but it is already more popular than most other coins these days due to the crypto crash. We'll get into that, but first, make sure you hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up while you're at it. Now let's dive in. Spell token is the native governance and the leading coin of Abracadabra, which is a blockchain lending site. These sites allow their audience to earn money by trading on their platform, and they earn through the interest rates. The money earned through these platforms isn't cash that can be withdrawn, but magic interest money, which are stable coins backed by the USD. The staking of these Spell tokens can be purchased through other blockchain coins like Ethereum and Phantom. It's true that the Spell token is fairly new, and there is a lot of skepticism regarding it in the market. However, more than 35,000 people have invested in the coin, and that number is ever growing. Initially, the coin had been rising and was on its all-time high of $0.035174. However, the currency has been highly volatile over the past few days. It is only natural for it to perform this way because all of the other cryptocurrencies are also fluctuating and experiencing their all-time lows. Even Bitcoin has dropped below the 20K level. The interesting part about the Spell token is the fact that even though the coin is volatile, it isn't facing drastic drops or rises. The coin peaked at $0.00122 on the 20th of July, which was a little more than 3 weeks ago, but it peaked after experiencing quite a dip. It was expected that the coin would fluctuate on a rise after experiencing one, however, it started dropping the very next day. In just 6 days, it dropped to $0.00094. This is just a little example of how volatile the coin has been acting in the past month. After July 26th, Spell token has been rising with minor fluctuations, which is a good sign because no red drops have been observed in a course of over 2 weeks. It is really important to note, though, that the crypto market has been going through a rough rigor at this point, and it is almost impossible to predict a tomorrow for new coins. Although there are some expert predictions that help us see the security of investment in these tokens. What we want to know from these statistics is the growth of the coin. Can we expect it to reach its all-time high? When and how much? From the charts, it's obvious that there is potential. Even though the coin has observed some red drops in the past few months, every time it peaks, it reaches a new top, which is an interesting trend. There is definitely a rise in Spell token, but it's relatively very slow at the moment. Not to mention that after almost every peak, the coin has witnessed a steep drop. Talking about the amount of traders and the value that they are investing, we can see that currently there is a 27.38% increase in the trading volume in just the past 24 hours. This indicates that a fairly large amount of people have invested in the coin. The current amount that has been invested is $16,145,143, which is massive for a young token. There are many traders currently buying and selling this coin, and the amount has gone up from 13 million to 16 million in just 2 weeks. Now, logically, people are currently more invested in buying the coin than selling. The coin is overall cheap in price when compared to other competitive ones and is relatively new in the market, which is the green flag investors are looking for. With this much investment being made in a coin, we can conclude that it is only natural for it to become one of the most popular ones over time. However, like we saw earlier, that there is a very slow rise. This means that the coin will eventually go up, but it will take years for it to reach a high like Bitcoin or even Ethereum or Phantom. There is potential in this coin for long-term investments because currently it hasn't seen any profit-worthy rise, and it's extremely risky for people wishing to trade on a short-term buying and selling basis. It's even riskier for people who take loans for their asset investments or invest a huge amount in buying and selling. There might be some assurance for people looking to invest a handsome amount for a long-term basis, but it's still too soon for that sort of trust in the Spell token. There isn't much information or research conducted on the coin yet, and it's hard to tell if it will succeed in the market like its competitor coins. To compare the value of this coin with Bitcoin, for example, we can see that so far the total money placed on Spell token is 16 million, whereas the total amount bid on Bitcoin is over 1.03 trillion. Like every cryptocurrency prediction, there are some forecasts for Spell token. It is true that every coin is linked with the entire market algorithm and is affected by any ups and downs. Today, due to multiple political and financial reasons, the crypto market is currently facing a crash. It's also safe to say that most investors consider this as their golden chance to invest in the coins because they are trading on their lows and are promising future profits. If this hypothesis is true, then Spell is bound to rise on the charts on a long-term basis as well. So far, it's been predicted that the coin would touch a high of maximum $0.014 by 2027 with an average price of $0.012. It's evident that Bitcoin affects other coins and their price predictions. Lately, it's been predicted that Bitcoin might drop even further to 12 or 10K. Bitcoin has observed a massive drop in a short course of period from 69,000 to just 19,500. This drop has been a lot percentage-wise, and if the coin drops more than this, it is only natural that every other cryptocurrency will be affected. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? For investors, it can be great news, because what better than an asset selling at discounted prices? The big question is about the rise, when and by how much. The crypto market is going to observe a rough patch for the next few months. The coins are going to crash and the values are going to drop. All of this would go on until a market-changing event which would possibly change the destiny of crypto. Until that happens, we know that the price of any coin wouldn't reach its all-time high and that the market has not yet seen the bottom. Now, coming back to Spell token. It might not sound like a very pleasing prediction, but this is the maximum that is predicted for the coin in the next few years. One reason could be the international ranking of the coin, which is around 150. It's impossible to say at the moment whether Spell would touch $1, but according to many charts and statistics, it seems rather unlikely. On a short-term prediction, so far we know that the coin is having a routine chart, meaning that every month it observes red drops once or twice, but overall the coin seems to be doing pretty well. By late August and September, it's predicted that Spell will perform like it has been previously. There might be some red drops, but nothing massive as of yet. The highs might not be the next all-time high, but it will be a stable increase. The volatility of the coin is there, but because it's still pretty low in value, there's not much to lose, unless someone invests a hefty amount, which investors refrain from doing at such an early stage. To conclude, we know that Spell coin is new in the game and it's currently trading in the red zone, which is below $1. For the next year or two, it's predicted that the coin will be trading in the red zone. It's going to be a while before things escalate for Spell, and we also know the reason for that hike. It's going to be the long-term investments that make it skyrocket sometime in the near future. So far, this coin is great for long-term experimental investments of amounts that are reasonable enough that if the coin is reduced to zero, it wouldn't matter so much. That's all we've got for today. Let us know in the comments below if you have any questions related to the Spell token, and make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.